out up here, up the stretch, up at the, looking up at the 470, it just changed from yellow over to, it is red right now. Anyway, I gotta hurry and jump out. There's his light coming around the curve. Well, I'm headed back down to check the area out along the NS around the 468, milepost 470 again. I don't know if somebody be down here checking anything or looking at switches or what. But I'm gonna find out or see what I can catch up to. But I know here a good while back, Matt on A95, he come creeping back down past the 468 real slow, and conductor come out on front of the train, was looking at the switch there at the 468. Them switches are like spring switches, you know, where the track switches right there. The train goes by, it supposed to spring back open, and some of them spring switch, or the one at the 468 and the one back up toward the 466, wasn't springing back good. And after that, I talked to Matt on A95, and I asked him, I said, y'all running so slow like that and looking at the track right there at the 468, you know, was there something wrong, or what was y'all looking at or looking for? And he said some of those spring switches wasn't going back over, they wasn't springing back good or something. But that's what guys was down here for the other day that I showed in another video that's out here testing and checking that switch here at the 468. And I guess, or I suppose, they've tested one back up east up here, pulling in right here, of course, at the 468. 468, back at the 468 once again, which is not a surprise. I do know that. Got a green light looking west. And a green light looking east. Right now, at this point in time, I pull up right at this spot right here. And if I got a green light on both sides of me, that's when I have to make a decision. I got to make a decision right now if I'm going to continue to sit right here, or if I want to go sit at another spot. If you're going to move, right now is the time to do it, when you got a green light both directions. Well, yeah, I run in my mouth a little early. I turned and looked at the light looking to the west right here. Boop. It went from green to, or green red to double red, just like that. It's sitting there double red right now. So we're fixing to be out with somebody coming from west. I bet it's A95. I sat at the milepost 468 here a whole lot. I don't have to sit here. I mean, of course, this is not the only place to sit. You know, the good spots is, you know, here at the 468, you got milepost 470, 472, up toward the 473, on down, you know, going on down past the 475. But the thing about the 468 right here is when it comes to these switches, when two trains are meeting, well, it ain't necessarily been two trains meeting here lately. We've had anywhere from 3, 4, 5, 6 trains, you know, meeting here lately. You can sit anywhere, like I say, but when it comes to that meeting or switching or whatever, you know, multiple trains, you're going to miss all of that action if you're not sitting here at the 468, of course, yes, I mean, you can be sitting anywhere and they're going to come by you. Of course they will. But you're not going to get all that action, you know, when they come up and stop and switch the track, you know, and all that, and get over on the siding, you know, you're gonna miss all that. So that's why that I take off to get back up here to the 468 if I'm not here, you know, when something comes up. Well, I said we was fixing to be out with somebody. I just looked at the light right there and it went back, it went off a double red back to green. So I don't quite know what that was about. It went double red for 2 or 3 minutes right there and went back. So it's sitting there, we're back with a green signal. So but yeah, I mean, you know, you got the milepost 468 here and the milepost 470 and 472. There's a kind of a long stretch right here, and you've got a county road a half a mile back across on the north side of the track over here, and that county road is pretty much running with the direction of the track, and it ends up crossing the track down at the 470, and then there's another road that comes through and goes back across the track up at the milepost 472. So, but the 468 is just a good spot. And looking down this stretch right here back toward the 466, if you catch a train coming from the west, you know, he comes flying up here and you can catch him. It's almost like he flies out on a platform up here when he goes down the side of this, where the siding is up here. Or if there's one coming from the east headed westbound coming through here, you know, you can be videoing that train shoot a mile up there, you know, before he gets here. So I kind of like them, you know, them long focusing shots like that in the frame. All right, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. We went back and forth 3 or 4 times from a green signal to a red signal. Dispatcher said something about the 283 coming this way. All right, I got the double red light right here looking west. All right, 95's kind of creeping up the stretch right here looking west, coming up this way. How you doing? All right, how about you? much anymore?
Yeah, we haven't appreciate it.
That done cost you. You might done have them. Careful. Alrighty. Two. Well, that's A95. Don't get a chance to see one of those units much. Alright, that was A95. Don't get a chance to see him with one of those units very often. Don't see one of those units through here really, period, very often. Anymore, that is. But he's going on up a side and headed east. And I see the headlight of 283. 283, westbound 468. I went out there and talked to those boys out there on the track. That's the same boys that was here checking this switch the other day, where the siding splits off. You got about an inch or so wide gap, big wide gap about like that between the end of two rails there that they're gonna fill up or fill in or something. But whew, man, that come cold. Told him I'd talk to him later. I had to get in front of the darn heater. Breeze blowing, feels like it's about 25 or something out here. Anyway, they're fixing to fix this gap in between these rails here, and I'm gonna go down through here and I'm gonna fly down here to about the 470 and sit for a little bit. All right, I left the milepost 468 and I drove down to the milepost 470, headed west and set for 15 or 20 minutes. Now I've taken another little short drive and came a little further west from the 470, and I'm down at the 472, and I'm looking west this way in front of me. But I'm using my mirror again out here on the door, looking back, checking this signal light. I'm looking back east up the stretch at the signal light at the milepost 470. Matt on A95, he is on this old SD40 switcher unit today. Looking back at unit like used to be through here every day, and I don't see a SD40 switcher on the head end of a train come through here very often. I bet you it's been 2 years. every bit of 2 years, maybe 3 or 4, since I have actually seen a switcher on the lead of a train. I slide up here up the stretch, looking up at the 470. It just changed from yellow over to, it is red right now. Anyway, I gotta hurry and jump out. There's his light coming around the curve right above the 470 up there. Clear. Westbound 472. No, this is not A95. This is a big train. Sucker was moving. Man, I was sitting there in the vehicle talking on the video, and I looked in the mirror, and next second I looked back, man, his headlight's already around the curve, looking back east, back up to the 470 up there. Catch me out in the field or see me out somewhere and you need some type of document, you know, notarized and made official, I can sure do it for you. Be glad to do it for you. I can also do wedding ceremonies now. So as myself, Garen B. Carlin, State of Tennessee Notary Public. All right, I've been waiting on Matt on A95 to come back with this SD40 switcher unit, and I'm here to 472. I see a headlight looking up at the 470. And the best that I can tell, this looks like him coming. Yeah, this is him. A95 westbound 472 Cypress tank. Switcher. A95. Let her fly again. Well, there goes Matt on the switcher. That kind of brings back some of the old Southern days, seeing those units. Like I mentioned back earlier, you don't get to see a lot of those, or you don't get no opportunity every day. I do know that, to see a switcher, especially come up through here on the lead of a train. But you know, I just stay devoted to it, and you know, sit in one spot. like I mentioned here back a few months ago, I may sit in one spot for 5 or 6 hours before I even move. And a lot of times that's why there's not nobody with me, because, you know, I get in a spot somewhere, I get locked up waiting on somebody, just like I've been waiting on Matt come back on that switcher. I don't want to hear no fussing. I don't want to hear no whimpering. I don't want to hear no whining, no grunting, and carrying on. So that pretty much sums it up. We caught Matt down there in the bottom there at Cypress tank, in that old switcher unit. It's kind of exciting to see one of those. That brings back kind of some of those southern times or southern days to some folks out there. Might not see him on that again for a while, but who knows again, might be surprised. I have very gently slid back in my hole back up here at the 468, and back to a green signal, back to the east. Matt should be approaching the milepost 485 right there around Middleton and Hardeman County right now, and I passed word on down further west to some other boys down there. They're supposed to be waiting on Matt, Ian Thompson, and whoever he's got with him or whatever. But I snapped and grabbed a couple of, beautiful pictures of Matt on that switcher down there at Cypress tank there in the bottom there a while ago. I probably, or most likely, will frame one of those. I just about know I will. Because, shoot, how long before I make another picture of him in a switcher crossing Cypress Slough? Who knows? Probably not anytime soon, I wouldn't think. Yeah, y'all get ready to grab him down there. He's probably over there getting ready to approach, I would guess, about Porter's Creek right about now. Heading west. Heading back to Rossville. That's, again, that's Matt A95 on that Rossville Vulcan run. Alright, according to radio traffic just a second ago, they're getting somebody cleared up over here east, over around Rudy, getting ready to cut them west to Salisbury. All right, we got a double red signal right here looking west. So all right, we still got holding red light here looking west, and basically what I'm doing right at this second is, whoever this is, I'm waiting on them to clear a milepost over there near the 475 somewhere, 475, 473, up to the 470, coming this way, headed east. All right, I just caught his traffic right here. He's down there clearing the 472 at Cypress Tank, coming this way.
A95 location for one.
Yep. A95. I kept watching the signals. I didn't think y'all was meeting nobody.
Yeah, we gotta meet too.
Okay. I kept looking up there, glassing it in binoculars, and kept seeing it green.
You don't think I'm too close to you?
Alright, that's 95 easing on up siding right there on the left side there heading east. They said we got 2 trains coming this way heading westbound. Alright, this is either 285 or 289 right here. Clear, westbound 468. Big intermodal train. Still see A95 stop way up the stretch right there. All right, here comes 285. They gonna let her fly. Well, folks, of course, I appreciate y'all watching. I just feel very, very fortunate and lucky to be out here along the line, along the Norfolk Southern or anywhere within the outdoors. I feel very, very blessed that I get to be out and get the changes that I do. You know, I'm not out filming every day, of course. You know, I give it a break a couple of days through the week, but I have the ability and the option to be out every day if that's what I wish to do, to say. And I feel lucky because I get to be out here when so many people can't be. So I just feel just amazed and just overwhelmed. And of course, I thank the Lord above for that, for allowing me to be out here at all the times when I am. So until next time, I'm Garen Carlin, Mosses Creek Outdoors Rails Division, Norfolk Southern, Memphis West District, and I'll see you next time.